Good morning, students. In this video lecture, we are going to start with the discussion of regarding structure of a cell. Last class, I have given you a few introduction or a brief introduction about this chapter. Today, we'll start with the structure of a cell. Structure of a cell means what? A structure cell consists of a limiting membrane, which is called as a plasma membrane, which surrounds the cytoplasm, and in the cytoplasm nucleus is present. So what are the three components present in a cell? One is the limiting membrane, that is plasma membrane. Second is the protoplasm along with the nucleus. Now what is protoplasm? Protoplasm means it's the cytoplasm where the organelles are suspended, and inside the nucleus, nucleoplasm is present. So protoplasm is equivalent to cytoplasm and nucleoplasm. And what are cell organelles? The cell organelles have a specific function to perform for helping the cell to survive, as organ are helping us to survive. Now this is the diagram which is given here, one for the animal cell, another for the plant cell. We'll discuss the parts or the organelles which are present in a cell. Later we'll come to this diagram to discuss what are the differences present in between plant cell and animal cell. Now cell membrane and cell wall. In this diagram, the first layer is cell membrane. Cell membrane is the outermost layer of a plant cell or an animal cell also. Cell membrane is semi-permeable or selectively permeable. It is a living part of a cell. It is made up of protein, lipid, and protein. It allows certain ions along with solvent molecules to pass through into the cell. In case of a plant cell, you can see in outside the cell membrane there is another layer which is rigid and which is dead in nature. This is called as a cell wall. Cell wall gives a rigidity and shape to the plant cell. So there are two membrane we have read in case of a cell. If it is an animal cell, only cell membrane is present. If it is a plant cell, two membranes are present. One is cell membrane, another one cell wall. Now, what are the differences present in cell wall and cell membrane? Cell membrane is present in both plant and animal cell. Cell wall is only present in plant cell. Regarding cell membrane and cell wall, again, cell membrane is selectively permeable. Cell wall is freely permeable. Cell membrane is made up of protein, lipid, and protein, and cell wall is made up of cellulose. Cell membrane is a living part, cell wall is a dead part. So these are the differences we have learned about cell and cell membrane. Now we will go inner to the cell wall. Now inner to the cell wall, that will cross this boundary, we'll go to the inner part of a cell. There we will get a matrix or jelly-like substance, which we call it as a cytoplasm, in which all organelles are remain suspended. So what is the function of cytoplasm then? Many chemical reaction takes place inside the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm determines the living nature of a cell. If cytoplasm is dead, that means a cell is dead. Now we'll start with the individual organelle structure and their function. First we'll start, which is given in your book, endoplasmic reticulum. You can see this network-like structure which is present surrounding the nucleus in both plant and animal cell. We call it as a endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum is what? It's a flattened sacs-like structure. It has got different shape. It might be sacs, it might be cisternae, it might be tubules. Now what is the function of this ER? Now you can see in the diagram, there are two labeling. One is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum, another one is a rough endoplasmic reticulum. Now smooth endoplasmic reticulum and rough endoplasmic reticulum means what? If the endoplasmic reticulum is associated with ribosome, it gives a rough appearance. Like in a string, if you pour certain bits or if you put certain bits, it gives a rough appearance to a thread. That means here the endoplasmic reticulum, if it is associated with ribosome, we call it as a rough endoplasmic reticulum. If endoplasmic reticulum is without ribosome, we call it as a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Then what is the function of rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum? Rough endoplasmic reticulum helps in the synthesis of ribosome. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum helps in the synthesis of lipid and carbohydrate. So hope you understand. And one more thing is that there is a pathway which connects. See, you can see the diagram that from the nucleus, whatever the nucleus material are synthesized, they all are passing out with the help of this endoplasmic reticulum. So it serves a pathway for the distribution of material from one part of a cell to another part. Next, come to the next structure, that is ribosome. Now, ribosomes are what? These are the spherical structure which is present in both plant and animal cell. Ribosome is a structure which helps in protein synthesis. Okay, it is also present in a bacterial cell also. The main function of ribosome, just now you read that endoplasmic reticulum, if it is associated with ribosome, it helps in protein synthesis. That means the ribosomes are the protein factories of the cell. Ribosome, where like the proteins are synthesized, because it is directly connected with the DNA which is present, or the chromosome which is present in the nucleus. So this is the structure of ribosome. Next thing is that, one more thing is there that which is not mentioned. Ribosome is amembranous. It doesn't have a membrane around it. So amembranous organelle is ribosome. Next, we will come to the next structure, that is mitochondria. Mitochondria is called as a powerhouse of the cell, right? Mitochondria is present in bacterial cell, it is present in plant cell, it is present as well as in animal cell. Mitochondria is called as a powerhouse of the cell. The reason is what? Inner to this mitochondria, there are finger-like structure which we call it as cristae. And cristae have like a racket-like projections, which we call it a racket-like structure, which is called as a F0 F1 particle, which is having an enzyme ATPase, and that ATPase help in the synthesis of ATP. So ATP is synthesized in mitochondria. That is why we call it as a powerhouse of the cell, because like when you go in detail in the respiration, you will come to know the respiration is completed in mitochondria. That means where the oxidation of food molecule occurs to release ATP. So that occurs in the mitochondria. So why mitochondria is called as a powerhouse of a cell? Because the finger-like projection present in the mitochondria, which are called as a cristae, they have got ATPase enzyme that helps in the synthesis of ATP, which we use in all our metabolic activities. Next, come to the next part, that is Golgi apparatus. Now look at this part, this sac-like structure or this tubular-like structure is called as a Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus is often known as a packaging house of the cell. That means whatever material are synthesized inside the nucleus, those material are packaged in the Golgi apparatus. Now, what a package, each and every cell, apart from generating ATP, they have different role to synthesize hormone, to synthesize enzymes. So those hormones and synthesized, those hormone and enzymes are packed in the Golgi body or in the Golgi apparatus. So look at the structure. See, it is given, it is in the form of a filament or rods, which are supposed to be originated from endoplasmic reticulum. These are very small vesicles of different shapes, are generally located near the nucleus. The Golgi complex are many small groups of hollow tubular structure with membranous wall and associated with some minute vesicles and vacuoles. It is concerned with the secretion of the cell. Secretion of the cell, I just said, it is called, it is known as the packaging house of the cell. That means it helps in the formation, it helps in the packaging of enzyme and hormone, and therefore it is secreted. So Golgi apparatus is the question come. Name an organelle which is originated from ER. Please write down the answer, Golgi apparatus. Next come to the part lysosome. Lysosomes are mainly present in animal cell. You can see in the diagram, they are only present in animal cell. Now, what is the function of lysosome? Lysosome, it contains hydrolytic enzyme or different kind of enzyme. When the cell is starving, that time lysosome is helping in autolysis of the cell. That means it helps in the cell death or it helps in the death of the cell organelles when it is required. That is why we call it as a suicidal back of the cell. And as well as not only it is helping in degradation or lysis of cell and the organelles, but rather it helps in to digest and to kill the pathogen which enter in our body. So that is why it is called as a suicidal back of the cell. Next portion is coming to the next part. We all discuss about the centriole. Centriole is an organelle which is present only in animal cell. It is absent in case of a plant cell. Now, what is the function of the centriole? Centriole, actually we call it as a centrosome, which is a pair structure, and that structure we call it as a centriole. Centriole helps in the formation of spindle fiber, which help in cell division. We all know the one cell divides into two daughter cell because of the presence of the centrosome, or we can say centriole in case of a animal cell. Last, or not, this is not the end here. Next, we will come to know. See that first you have learned about the centriole, which is present only in animal cell. The next organelle which is given here, that is only present in plant cell. So plastids are found only in plant cell. They are of three kinds: leucoplast, chromoplast, and chloroplast. Leucoplast, these are the colorless plastids. They help in store of starch. That means they are present in more in number in potato. Chromoplast, chromo means color. They are the colorful plastic which gives the color to the colored part like the petals. They are having a color, like the chromoplast in them. That is why they are having that color. Next is the chloroplast. Chloroplast is the green colored plastic. They have got, this is the chloroplast is the name of an organelle, and chlorophyll is the pigment which is present in chlorophyll. Don't make any error while you write the answer. So chlorophyll helps in capturing the solar energy and form food in the form of glucose, right? And one more thing for your objective, you can see here chromoplast. These are yellow, orange, and red. They're mostly present in petals of flowers and in fruits. You can see the xanthophyll, yellow, and carotene, which is present in carrot. Now, some coloring pigments such as blue, violet, and purple are not associated with plastids. Don't make this error. Like one important line is here, they remain dissolved in cell sap and give out the color to the plant structure. Such pigment are called as the anthocyanin. You have heard about beetroot. Beetroot is having a red color. Whenever you wash it under water, you'll get that red color. That is because of the presence of anthocyanin in them. Today we'll finish our lecture till plastids. Next class we'll again discuss more about plant cell and animal cell. Thank you.